Hello, honey. Let's talk a little bit more about intuition. When your energy is grounded, when your mind is clear, and you've turned down the noise from outside of you, you open yourself up to receive more downloads intuitively. And intuition can be understood as your soul's connection to God. And when you're more open and connected to God, you're more open and connected to your sixth sense. I consider intuition as your sixth sense. Of course, we know the five senses: touch, taste, smell, etc. Your sixth sense is intuition, and this is an inherent part of you. The truth is, you can either practice this or you don't. And the more you practice it, like I mentioned before, the greater and more familiar you will become with this skill. So, this is going to start very small, okay? So, it comes in little moments. I want you to start now, really drop in your body. And this is channeling some of that feminine energy. Drop in your body. And whenever you're making a decision, simply just sometimes what I like to do is I close my eyes. And for example, I do this every day when I go on my walks. When I'm deciding which path to take, I'll close my eyes, or sometimes I leave them open, but I feel the path that pulls me. Sometimes I see a path in my mind's like go in this direction, and sometimes I just feel this urge to do it. Follow those little urges. And is it intuition or is it anxiety? Well, let me tell you, when you are grounded, when your energy is grounded, your nervous system is regulated. This whole course is truly regulating your nervous system. It is amazing. And if you want to change your life, that starts with a regulated nervous system. And that's what we've been doing here through mastering your energetic body, which is so beautiful and so powerful. But I really want you to understand the difference between anxiety and intuition is simple. Intuition is urgent, loud, fear. Intuition is quiet, whisper soft. And I've noticed intuition, ask yourself always to discern whether it's intuition or anxiety. What would the highest version of myself do? And sometimes intuitive things, it feels like out of left field. I could tell you so many stories about when my intuition told me to do something and I did it and it ended up being amazing. That's one of the reasons I started my first business, is because I started to listen to that little voice in my head. The one that's not of this earth, the one that's directly connected to God. So, as you're practicing your intuition, first, I want you to, I mentioned this in the other video, start to bring awareness. What does your intuition show up as? Okay. It can show up in so many different forms. For example, I mentioned a couple earlier: goosebumps, ringing in the ears, the little voice in your head. It can also show up through dreams, okay? So, a couple nights ago, I've been having very interesting dreams recently. I've been asking right before I go to bed, I ask God, and I'm like, speak to me in my dreams, and He has been. And I've been seeing and learning a lot of stuff. And one of the dreams I had, I was looking around, and then all of a sudden, I saw my dream car and it was being built. And I was so confused. I'm like, this is my car. Why isn't it ready? And God looked at me and He said, well, someone else said this, but it was God speaking to me in the dream. It's still being built. Trust. And I was like, okay. And I woke up, didn't think anything of it. And then I wrote it down. This is what you need to practice: the critical thinking and beginning to look a little bit deeper at what is being told to you, and not just being a sheep and letting things pass you by or believing other people right away. Okay, use your discernment here. And when I wrote down this dream, I can't tell you fully what it means just yet because it's really exciting. But all of a sudden, all these realizations, boom, 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 hit me. Because why? Well, that dream was a connection to God. That channel was open. When I wrote it down, the dream down, and I opened that connection up, boom, more knowledge and downloads came in. So look at your life. Where are there portals of transmission between you and God? Okay, you and your higher self. you're going to notice it comes through in weird ways. Weird ways. Sometimes you're going to hear people speak to you, say something that, ooh, you needed to hear, or a message that was just for you. I remember when I was writing my book, there came a point in the journey where I was on a crossroads. I'm like, this is like, it was a lot. And I was kind of, that day I was like, is this really it? And then all of a sudden, after one of my events, a client came up to me and she just blurted out randomly, you should write the book. And I was like, keep in mind, no one knew I was writing a book at the time. I didn't tell a single soul, not even my family. But she looks at me and I was like, and she's like, oh, I misspoke. I meant, and she like went on, but I was just like, okay, God, you're fine. So listen, there are going to be signs. And the thing is, don't look up. You can be like, oh, I saw a bird cross my path. ChatGPT, what does this mean? No. I want you to go internally and start to build that connection with yourself. Ask yourself, what does this mean? And just wait for the answer, because sometimes keep a notebook too. Keep a dream journal next to your bed, okay? And write things down. And ask God before you go to sleep, speak to me through my dreams. What am I meant to know? Okay? And you will be amazed at what comes to you. Be open. That's the secret to all this, being open and ready to receive. This whole course has been preparing you for this. Like, this is just, it's an inherent part of being grounded, connected, and mastering your energy body. It's being an open channel to energy, really. When you are scattered, when you are disorganized energetically, you become a mismatch for higher intelligence. Because think about it. Would God hand scissors to a little kid? Or would he give scissors to someone who knows how to use them? To someone who knows how to use them. It's the same with information. So keep yourself open, stay grounded, and keep your energy blessed, as you already are. You're here for a reason. And I have no doubt, that this is going to change your life, because it changed mine. And I want the same for you. So intuition. Tap into it and explore, what does this mean for you? What does intuition mean for you? And what's interesting is, if you feel comfortable, talk with your family, If your mom, women are intuitive naturally. Men are too, but women, it comes more easily to us because we create life. God gave us this ability to create life. And by the same way we can create life, we can also receive life through our intuition. And ideas are a form of life. Okay? So I really want you to have fun with this and start to journal. I want to give you homework, and this is especially if you're into content creation or in a field where ideas are currency. Every day, I want you to journal 3 pages, okay? 3 pages. Just random. Just let it out. Why did I say this? Well, you have a lot of thoughts going on. Remember how I said you think 6,000 to 7,000 thoughts every single day? Yeah, you have a lot of thoughts going on. Clear that channel, clear that straw, become a clearer passage. And yeah, once you do that, you're going to notice things are going to just start coming to you, flowing. Another great, if you're not into writing that much, and that's okay, but take time every day, like preferably at the beginning of the day, 5 to 15 minutes, just sit there in silence, meditate, just sit there. You can do one of the meditations, or you can just look up random meditation sound, just sit there. Or if you love reading the Bible, get a Bible verse, sit there, meditate on it. Why am I saying meditate on it? Well, when you still your mind, be still, that is when the downloads come. You automatically raise your frequency when you still your mind, okay? Because at your core, you're an energetic being. You are blessed and you are divinely protected, but when you get lost in the noise of earth, of matter, you can lose that. So strengthen that connection. Start to really think for yourself. I think that's one of the greatest tools with intuition. Stop relying on the internet to tell you all the answers. Stop looking up things. What do they mean? Ask yourself. Remember how I was sharing that with the aura earlier? Yeah. You'll be amazed at what comes to you when you actually choose and decide to be open to it. Okay, so I love you. I cannot wait to hear oh, how you are intuitively guided. Because some people are visual too. Like sometimes I'll see things, but more so, I definitely feel things. But no, it can show up in so many beautiful ways. So just be open to it and pay attention because maybe some of the stuff I'm sharing is familiar with you, but maybe some of it's not. So, by the same token, maybe some of the intuitive things that are familiar to you are not familiar to me. So, write it down, think about it. Just really ask, what ways have I received downloads before? These are good journal questions. How do I normally follow my intuition? Is it a feeling? Is it a knowing? Is it an impulse? Be open to it, okay? I love you and I can't wait to hear what comes up. I'll see you in the next one.